think culture is lit.
All right, now he seems to be fascinated with somebody performing, oral sex on him, evidently. And he talks about, give me dumb brain, like she's never had no education. I gotta start over. Oh my god. Okay. He talks about giving me dumb brain. Oh, this is so funny. All right. He talks about giving me, let's see, what does he say? Because it's level to this shit, rules, regulations. She gave me dumb brain, like she never had no education. Now, in the verse just before that, he talks about, I let her suck my dick, whatever. And in this verse, he talks about give me dumb brain. Dumb means a lot, like just an insane amount. Brain is another reference to oral sex. And like she had never had any education, so he's very excited about that, it seems.
I wish I was right that when Lil Boo got swamped, I would have ran this shit off.
I talked earlier a little bit about the callousness that you see in some of these songs, and I wish I was there when Lil Boo got slumped. In other words, when he was killed, I would have ran his shit over. It's just really cold. A list of people, and you can be riding down the street and they'll stop you just because you are who you are. Here he says, how you got caught for a pole. A pole in this means a gun or a firearm. Little N-word. And you home already. Lord knows you done already told on an African American, as he uses the other word. But anyway, what he's talking about is somebody who gets arrested for a gun, and then all of a sudden they're home already. What does that mean? It means they're a snitch. And I really try to make it a practice not to represent snitches. You catch on the ball where it's cold, you can pose a nigga, you swallow a cold little nigga. No sense in humor, but if you walk around broke little nigga, I laugh at that joke little nigga with your funny ass. Bitch, I got murder on my mind. I got murder on my... First of all, if I'm representing Mr. Melly, I would tell him, number one, keep your mouth shut. When you're sitting in, because he's sitting in jail probably with no bail or very high bail that he can't make. And so, two things. Number one, do not talk to anybody else that's in custody, period. They're not your friends. And they're probably would love to snitch on a homicide. And number two, stay off the damn telephone. I can't tell you how many times I've had a case where I could probably win it, but it was ruined by the defendant because he was on the telephone talking about what he did or what he didn't do and how bullshit the case is. So my point in telling you this is your own words, your admissions, and there are plenty of admissions in this video to hang Mr. Melly. My advice to him is to go for a manslaughter, keep your mouth shut, and hope to live another day. What's up? So without further ado, here's King Von, crazy story, and let's see what he has to say.
I'm gonna let this Mac pull out with this one. Hold on. I say I'm gonna let it. Alright, come on. Gotta drop on this flexing nigga. He from Tennessee.
Alright, let's just start with the gotta drop. Gotta drop means he knows where somebody is or got information about where somebody is. And when you get a drop on somebody, nothing good's gonna come after that. Now, he had a thought. That doesn't mean he's thinking about something. I think thought is talking about that hoe over there.
I say for sure, baby, let me know if you wanna eat. She like, Vaughn, you already know, just put your girl on fleek. I'm like, cool, I can do that, boo. What you want, some shoes, Jimmy Choo?
Okay, put your girl on fleek. So she's going to help him out, but in order to help him out, guess what? She wants to be put on fleek. I guess what that means is, she's got to get paid. And from what he's in Jimmy Choo and, the handbags, that kind of stuff. So, surveillance video, he was coming around the corner and from the car that he was in, and Quando Rondo was getting his lunch eaten, for lack of a better word, and that's when he fires. But if there weren't any guns being used against Quando Rondo, it's going to be very difficult to claim self-defense. Now, we've had a couple of comments. I think somebody commented that I was a Fed or something like that. I try to look at this case from both sides. I'm a defense lawyer. That's how I'm trained. And one of the things we have to do as a defense, in any good criminal defense, is look at a set of facts through the eyes of a typical juror that's sitting in the jury box. We have to know the ups and the downs, the good, the bad. We have to know how a case is going to pan out. So when I analyze facts, like in this case or in any of the other videos, I analyze it with kind of like, how would the prosecutor look at this and how do you beat it? And that's kind of what I do. So, and Quando Rondo is getting his lunch eaten, for lack of a better word.
Quando Rondo is getting his lunch eaten.
Bible tarantula, bitch, I'm an animal. Melly's a savage, no, he not no amateur. Baby's not Angela, fucked up on camera. Bitch, I'm a murderer. I'ma just kill him, boy.
Now, the statement in the rap portion of this where he says, bitch, I'm a murderer, is not good for him.
I wanna kill the boy. Baker Monk say he won't beef, we gon' grill the boy. I'm bleeding so good, I might dip his ass in it and spill the boy. Murder on my mind. Oh, I got murder on my mind.
He says I got murder on my mind probably at least 20 times throughout this song, at least. And that accompanied with I'm a murderer really does not bode well for Mr. Melly.
Shoot a footboy in his motherfucking face. We could.
Again, in his fucking face. I just can't tell you how idiotic it is for this kid to get up there and say this. It's just more self-snitching.
Oh, but you don't wanna go that way. Gotta go that way, you get robbed for your record. Gotta go that way, boy, you not gonna be happy. I told 50s, I'm a shooter like young Pepe.
I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter.
Gotta Robbie make her dance, Michael Jackson. We was plotting, y'all was trying to get the packing. Get the packing, you get robbed for a fraction.